It is such a pleasure to see you here as Salesforce presents Zendesk Co-Presents CX Summit 2023, co-powered by Co.ai. I look forward to presenting to you the fourth edition of CX Summit 2023, where we are talking about empowering customers, redefining business, which isn't just the theme for today, but our belief. May I request all of you to please put your hands together as I present to you Mr. Suresh Khadbawi, Chief Executive Officer, DigiYatra Foundation.
We would like to have a raise of hands as to how many people have actually experienced DigiYatra. Half the room. And that's because Mumbai has just started, right? But across India, we have got so many different airports who have started to roll out at full scale DigiYatra. And I think the experience that you had is the seamless experience that we have had the vision to give to you. And this is also something from the conventional to unconventional, if we say. It's something which airports have not been doing from quite some time. But from 2005 onwards, when the public-private partnership airports began to happen, right, with Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi airports, becoming public-private partnership airports, you've seen that, there has been a radical transformation in the way airports function. And this is just one of the public services which, due to the public-private partnership, we have been able to deliver much more better services for our customers.
Let me extend a very warm welcome to our opening CEO panel, Unleashing CEOs Superpowers. How is it that CEOs can today drive sustainable business expansion through game-changing customer experiences?
We all have been living in, at least those of us in Mumbai have been living for the last few years and putting up with a lot of construction around metro because we all have high hopes. So my question to you, sir, would be, as you build the Mumbai metro, as you build this utility for the city, what are you doing to increase adoption of this when it launches from a customer experience perspective?
Creating a brand on the three pillars that we are showing is absolutely central to a modern utility system. Safety, security, efficiency. We expect that our people will require that, that we are punctual, that there's uptime, the lifts, elevators, everything is working at all times. People take the least time to move in, move out from the system, the efficient ticketing system. And the third pillar was customer centricity.
Sharad, for you, the question would be, in a brand like Lamborghini, in a decision to buy a luxury car, how important or how do you actually bring customer experience alive? How big an element does that become in the decision journey?
So for us, the customer experience is always driven by the philosophy of expect the unexpected. It is that word of mouth which plays a very important role because it's really not possible for us to connect with them on a daily basis and reach out to them and also given the kind of profile they come from. This probably is the backbone why I can say very proudly that we are leaders in super luxury in this country.
How are you seeing technology play a larger role in delivering customer experience?
We are a 360-degree experience company, right? I'll try to connect with what Sharath mentioned and Amit has also pointed out. We help entire enterprises to have a digital experience, right? How do we bring this human touch point to the digital world? That is something which we really focus on as a company. Second is business experience, which is clearly focusing the ROI of an enterprise. How do we automate, digitally transform, IoT solutions in the right place, right analytics, making use of generative AI technology, everything productized, right? We are talking about all products. That is business experience.
I'd like to present to you none other than Mr. Sridhar Harihara Subramanian, Senior Director, Solutions in Engineering, Salesforce. A round of applause as he joins us on stage.
Today, I think, it's sort of a moot point if I say this, right? Service really, at the end of the day, can really make or break a relationship. I mean, you can see the statistics which we've gathered from our own surveys that we do, repeatedly, year on year. something called as a state of service report, which is available publicly on our website. And the interesting thing is that the key point here is that customers are willing to spend more. If they get good customer service, they're happy to pay more for that service. And on the flip side, you don't get a lot of chances to retain customers if you get maybe even one or two experiences wrong. So it's very important that the margin of error is very, very low. Even with loyal customers who've been with you for many, many years, you'll find that if you get two experiences bad in a row, they're very likely to switch to a competitor, brand. So you've got to be, very careful about that. And, one of the trends that we see with some of our, leading customers who are able to solve this problem is by making that shift to the right that you see here, right? You are no more just an agent, a contact center agent, so to speak. You are now a trusted problem solver. That's ultimately what customers want, correct? I'm delivering an experience that's a lot more personalized rather than something which is boilerplate. And I'm delivering, and this was again talked about in the panel as well, is how am I able to anticipate the need of the customer even before that customer comes to me, and that experience becomes very magical. So how do I do that? It's easier said than done, but I think there are technology solutions that can help you to do that. I feel it is very important for companies to have a framework as well as a platform around which the entire organization can rally around. What I mean by that is, they need to put customers at the center of their universe, align business processes, metrics, and KPIs, and bring together various functions of the organization and enable the free movement of customer data across the entire organization so that everybody has a unified view of who their customers are and what they expect from them, and therefore, from the insights that they are able to get, companies can deliver a better experience. To take it a step further, brands also need to establish, trust with their customers. They need to make sure that their values are aligned with their customers' values. Once that is established, customers are willing to part with a lot of information about what they want, what they prefer.
Harmony in action, the epic duo of AI and human igniting unrivaled customer satisfaction, something that we have been talking about, creating the perfect balance between technology, between AI and the human touch.
So I'll start with you, Priya. As such, you're the first person. So the handshake between the human touch along with the efficiency of technology. How have you seen that evolving over a period of time? Maybe you want to share your thoughts on that.
In my last assignment, I have actually implemented VoiceBot. Like the Zendesk presentation, I agree to what he said. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a journey. And nothing is going to happen overnight, that suddenly the call is handled by a bot. You need to train the bot. You need to identify cases where you can actually say, I am going to train the bot to handle these situations. The art and craft of how you train and when do you see that it shouldn't go as an edge case is an art.
Santosh, you from Zendesk, obviously, you predominantly work on the SaaS as a model that you have. So how do you see balancing the use of digital tools with the human advice or the connect part of it? How do you kind of balance that in your business?
Yeah, I think in this room, I think everyone will agree that AI is here to stay, and especially in customer support that has accelerated, right? Where people are achieving efficiency of about 70 to 80% in handling those customer queries. So it is going to be the mainstay for customer support.
Tejas, coming to you, and you've spent time in one organization for more than a couple of decades across multiple geographies. So I also want maybe for you to shed some light on how are you seeing the entire transition from actually the automation to maybe machine learning model and to AI, and where exactly are we really?
When we talk about AI, and to give an example of that is, of course, at the end of the day, there is machine learning behind it, but AI is when you want to buy, I'm from a cosmetic industry, so you want to buy a makeup product and you go to our website and you want to try. AI is when you have a virtual try-on where it opens your phone or your laptop camera and you're able to immediately select which shade of makeup that you want, and you're able to try it on using your camera. There is machine which is learning continuously, which is adapting, but AI is on the front, is where the customer is, or the consumer is really able to experience and have that this thing. And then how that pivots into a conversation or to a chat and to a bot is all where the whole conversation, the whole experience of the consumer and how it is joined is where I would say the AI part of it comes really behind.
So may I request all of you to please put your hands together as I extend a very warm welcome to Mr. Vasudeva Rao Munarale, RVP India and SAC Zendesk.
As AI continues to disrupt or AI continues to extend, there's a large opportunity in front of us. And the opportunity is very massive, right? So in terms of capability, we've got to look at more how it's going to help us dramatically improve personalization, quality of data, and the data itself, right? And a study by PwC recently said that about 14% of global GDP by 2030 will be contributed because of AI. And that 14% translates to about $15.7 trillion. That's equal to an output combined for China and India today, right? And if we were to look at just break down that 15.7 trillion, apart from the increase in productivity, we're also seeing about a $9.1 trillion coming from increased consumer demand. And what I mean by increased consumer demand, because of the amount of data that we have, amount of data that we collect about personalization, we can actually define and create new products. And we all have been talking about personalization at a level of 1:1 for a long time, some of us who have been in the marketing for a long time. And this is something which possibly is a reality now, right? With so much of data, so much of personalization that we can create better variety of products and more personalized and maybe at better affordability, right? Now, what I want to also say is, while the AI is disrupting, but how does it align to the CX industry altogether? Because CEO of OpenAI, Mr. Sam Altman, said that customer service is one of the industries which is going to get impacted more because of the AI, right? This is where we can leverage the most.
In terms of AI, it's got a huge potential in terms of how it can help improve productivity, personalization, and quality of service. Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, who spoke about the importance of AI in this realm of customer service alone. And he said that that's the area where there's going to be a maximum impact. Now, considering that, at Zendesk, we are very focused on providing better solutions for customer service. And we are focused on two things. How do we make life easier for the customers to interact with brands? And how do we make it easy for agents and admins on the brand side to make it easy for them to be able to provide better customer service? From an agent perspective, it helps them with providing suggestions to macros. It helps them providing with suggestions to the content, the responses that they need to give, and also helps them tailor the content in terms of the tone and the formality of the content that they need to send as a response. Plus, what we also do is we look at the tone, the intent, and the language, and then based on that, we are able to route the tickets to the relevant agent so that can be taken care of. From a customer perspective, the important thing is how do you help them deflect the queries coming into the agent. So we help them with AI-powered self-service, where customers can get themselves served, get response, and then in case where they are not able to get a response, they go back and talk to an agent in person. And so what we are doing in the process is we're giving a superior experience to customer. At the same time, we are relieving the agents from doing routine, mundane tasks and able to do that high-value conversations. So this is what we are helping the customers and the brands and how they are going to leverage AI.
Please extend a very warm welcome to Mr. Ashutosh Sharma, Vice President and Sales Head, India, Core.ai.
These kind of approaches of having an enterprise AI model have just come into play. we've now bombarded with questions like, how can I, let's say, make a very responsible AI model which is trained on only my data and, let's say, restrict my employees from going to a chat GPT for searching anything. This is a very common question that comes into play. And that is what a generative AI platform with all these layers of interaction for your customers does. It helps you generate custom AI models on your data with the boundary conditions that need to be there for making it very responsible and for restricting it to your company level insights. It needs to be very secure and compliant to the local guidelines. We've been working with customers like Citibank, Morgan Stanley's. We are working with some of the largest Indian banks, and those are the ones where we have gone through this cycle. And this experimentation started way back around 1.5 years ago. This kind of, again, a generative AI platform needs to have other elements also, like prompt engineering. Earlier, we were like having some kind of conversational designers who used to spend months in designing and maybe testing out the flows. We don't need that anymore. We have prompt engineering level expertise within the platform embedded that is trained on your data. We can have a single platform to generate any kind of, let's say, marketing campaigns for you, right from the content to the images, which is completely trained on the kind of data and the kind of norms that you have within your company. A search bar along with that, which can be connected to multiple AI services along with your data. So that's the kind of synergies that we want to unlock with enterprises now.
As we look forward to our next segment, we're about to present to you a trilogue. It really is about deciphering the complexities of experiences and return on investment.
Rakshit, I'll come to you in terms of, what is your sort of experience been in terms of customer retention? What is it that you guys do? Because you have online, you also sell on platforms. What are some of the different things you guys are doing to really create customer? Because what we keep saying is that, enthusiastic customers become great advocates. But in a very crowded market, is that possible today, and how do you stand out?
Yeah, so I think the first thing is that, our industry is completely opposite to Mr. Kaizad's, right? Like if I tell my customer that you give me money today and reap the benefits 10 years later, they will just kick us out of the market. So,
Here and now.
Yeah, it's just here and now, right? We are churning new products at a phenomenal rate. We are, we almost have like 30 to 40 launches planned, in our season months, and at least 5 to 6 in non-normal months. So the volume of products coming out and the kind of customer engagement is very different from Mr. Kaizad's industry. But for us, majorly, our customers are millennials, younger customers, people who, want new things, want to keep on trying new things, want to keep on getting new things. Today, if I launch a product, 6 months down the line, the technology will change. And, the customer will want another new product and another new innovative product at a decent enough price range.
Kaizad, will come back to you. Obviously, the business has also evolved a lot more online today. What are some of the technology innovations you are seeing in the space today? What is it that you guys are deploying today to create that wow engagement with the customer so that he or she creates stickiness for you?
See, because our businesses are, structured towards the long term, the fact is that I firmly believe that one shouldn't necessarily, jump with every new technology trend, because it's very sexy to look at, but eventually it has to sustain over a long, 20, 30, 50-year period. So my personal belief is that, you need to invest in good long-term sustainable, technology partnerships. You can do your innovation, through the, startup ecosystem, etc. Over and above that, in terms of wrappers, in terms of, accessories over and above your existing technology. But your core has to be very strong.
Sparking initiatives for next-gen needs all the way from Cairo, Egypt. It is such a pleasure to have amongst us Mr. Muhammad Ibrahim, Director of Customer Excellence, MR. A round of applause as he joins us on stage.
One of the key things, in my perspective, that companies and businesses nowadays would need to keep in mind is the digital natives Look at our children who challenge us that they are never going to be or be because they always live in the digital world. And keep this in mind as businesses when we start to craft and design our services. And for that, I'm going to tap on slightly something maybe bigger than CX, which is the brand experience, whereby businesses, in my opinion, will not grow just because they offer great customer experience, but holistically, brand experience.
I think the 5 things that we need to do to make sure that we are a customer-centric organization. First, in all our thought processes, keep customer at the center. Make sure that our products are simple, easy to understand. Make sure that our processes are easy to follow and easy to understand. Make sure that when a customer comes to us, we get it first time right and we don't ask for any repeat interaction with the customer for that particular process. And make sure that we use technology in a way that it makes very easy for customer to navigate and work with us. These are the 5 simple things. If we do this, we build a strong customer-centric organization.
Yeah, I think customer experience in the times to come will be one of the biggest value creators for the organization. We as HDFC Ergo has clearly, we are a customer-centric organization, and the organization now speaks of creating customer experience rather than customer service. So we've actually taken customer service to a different level where customer experience becomes paramount. Technology is used in abundance in HDFC Ergo to create a differentiating customer experience. And on the back of technology, we've today been able to reach out to close to about 70% districts of the country to distribute insurance, distribute and service insurance products. And in the entire process, we are also working to achieve the larger IRDAI objective of insurance for all by 2047. On the back of technology, today HDFC Ergo, we issue like 20 policies a minute. We pay close to about 10 claims a minute between health, motor and crop. We handle about 20-25 customer experiences a minute. So technology is clearly making a difference, in our objective to create a differentiating customer experience.
It's time now to unveil the coffee table book titled Excellence in CX 2023. Up next, we felicitate the brands that have delivered excellent customer experience and raise the benchmark when it comes to consumer satisfaction. We also recognize the hard work of CX leaders who focused solely on putting customers first and on the way inspired many others to elevate the customer journey.
Next segment, where we will be talking about from analog to digital, the CX evolution in the last 50 years.
Dilpreet, let me bring you in, right, over here. So in this multi-geography, multi-channel, sometimes same customer, how do you look at customer journeys and how do you curate customer experience to make sure that the customer's experience of ITC remains intact?
We normally work on exactly understanding who your customer is and what exactly they need from you. Because when I'm talking about the loyalties, again, I would say there are 3 phases to loyalty. So it starts from the transactional loyalty, so like keeping aside the hospitality, and you will, I believe everyone would be able to resonate with that thing. So like some 7 to 8 years back, there was this introduction of the digital wallets, Paytm, MobiKwik and things like that. So every such player was offering you the cashback. So that was a kind of a transactional loyalty. Whenever you were getting the cashback, you were using these platforms. That was there. The second phase to that is the behavioral loyalty. So you were so used to using these platforms, the moment Paytm, MobiKwik, they stopped giving you the cashback, then also you kept on using that thing because like it has changed your behavior. Here the thing was like when you were paying your utility bills, just as a kind of a within, I would say 5 to 7 seconds with 1 or 2 clicks, you were able to do that thing. So that is a behavioral loyalty. The third one, which is actually a kind of a nirvana for every brand, is the irrational loyalty. So whether you are getting any discount or not, whether it's a kind of any behavioral shift or not, you are having a kind of a connect with the brand basis which you are becoming loyal to that particular brand. And that is something which our vision is also.
What has been your experience of deciphering how Indians kind of approach, and what is the best way to create that kind of experience for them?
Our approach towards customer journey mapping really starts with our product design, right? Our democratic design has stood the test of time for many years and across the geographies. Before we entered the market, and really we did this very recently as well, we conduct live at home surveys. We go to customers' homes, we talk to them virtually or physically. In fact, last year we visited close to 2,000 plus customers' homes to understand their home furnishing needs. We've been to every market trying to understand the differentiators in every market. And through that we understand our consumer trends globally and within the country.